Well, David Kunix, man, and I think you just found a way out, a way that you could be a kid for the rest of your life, don't you?
Yes, absolutely.
You made a career designing toys for all the big manufacturers, and now you're out on your own designing really neat toys. I guess what the big guys probably wouldn't even want to get into because it's just too technology oriented for them. Do you think that the big guys will get into this technology toy stuff like you guys have?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean,
Yeah.
they're already in it to a degree and have tried some different things. Some have not worked as well as they would like, but I think that something's going to hit for them.
I say, well, this is it for you already. It seems like Wonder Blocks, man. This is taking your iPad, putting it on a like a cradle or something, and then it goes with those old blocks, those letter blocks we all used as kids. So kids not only get used to the using technology, but back to using their fingers.
Absolutely. It encourages dexterity and play. And now you're using it with the technology that they really want to be part of as well.
Yeah. So the kids are dragging us sometimes in the 21st century. So what we have to do is hold back the little kids to remember the talents we need in the 20th century.
Absolutely.
And you're doing that's right. I bet the early childhood development people must love you, man. You finally got a game that not only is educational and technology oriented, but also that manual dexterity that every kid has to learn in order to survive in life, and you're giving it to them, right?
Yes. And even on our team, we have a child psychologist that's really been helpful in developing all of our toy.
Wow. But you got, I mean, this is something that somebody just came up with off the top of their head. I mean, you guys have been working on this idea for a while, haven't you?
Yeah, we've been working on it for probably over 2 years now.
Wow. Yeah.
At least the guys that started it, two guys,
Yeah.
two Israelis, and they're just wonderful, intelligent guys, UX designer and a programmer. And they brought me on board to help with toys.
A UX designer, what's that mean?
I'm sorry, user interface.
Ah, user. Oh,
So
UX. Okay. Yeah. But no, the video of them on Kickstarter is wonderful. I mean, they just seem like playful kids themselves, yeah, even as grown-ups. Yeah.
absolutely, and they've created this patented system to read the whatever's on the pad or actually around the pad if we carry it.
Ah. So in other words, you're using the camera of the iPad and it as a reflector, a little mirror that will read the blocks. So the iPad knows when the kid picks up an A block or a B block or whatever and completes the
Exactly, and you
story.
can place it anywhere on the pad, and it'll read all 26 letters. And
Wow.
we're also looking into getting into numbers and colors, and anything that goes on the iPad we'll be able to read.
Wow. I mean, talk about interactivity, but interactivity not only with the child and the technology, but then with the blocks, the technology could read, and the multiple kinds of games you could really do and fascinate a kid instead of sit down and do nothing, or with their little finger,
Yeah,
on
we're
an
trying to take
iPad.
them away from just holding their little finger on a pad and
Uh,
actually picking up stuff and moving it around and being very dexterous.
Yeah. Are these mostly like one person kind of games? Or I guess people could share these games somehow, at least with a parent too. Huh?
Yeah, absolutely. Sitting down with the parent is where the kids are,
Yeah.
they're sitting on the lap and playing, and the parent can help at a young age, and at an older age, they're going to be able to do it all by
All
themselves and
themselves.
or with a friend.
And this is for like 3 to 6 years old or something like this?
Yeah, we're suggesting 3 to 6 year olds, and then we're also looking at an opportunity for non-English readers. They
Ah,
really like it.
I
We've tried it in a
see.
couple other countries, and they're into it because
Ah,
they get to learn simple words.
boy, every other developing nation seems to want to learn English, so that must be a hell of a mark. And the neatest thing about this, though, man, it's next to nothing. It's like $30 or something like this.
Exactly. It starts out at $30 on our Kickstarter campaign.
Yeah, and that's why to me it would behoove somebody who has a child or you're a grandparent or something like this. Man, this is a game that would just knock your socks off, and even the parents would be so fascinated with it that for $30. I mean, and I'm sure once you guys get in production, it's not going to stay at that price for a long time. Once you get all those middlemen in there.
Right. Yeah, we'll see where we end up. We may move to plastic after a period of time to get it even more durable than it already is. And there's so many different kinds of games that we can attack with this technology that we can move up in age. So it's really it's expandable.
Yeah. So in other words, instead of buying cartridges, you already have the iPad. You just buy other parts,
Exactly.
to have other games. So
Right.
once you get the system down, I mean, then you can have a rocket ship game or whatever the heck the kid's in, a cowboy game.
Absolutely.
And there goes your string. And so for another $30, I mean, then it's the razor blades that you're selling, right?
That it could work that way. Absolutely.
Well, now the other people too that you say you collaborate with these experts all over the world. You got some guy in France who's this master storyteller and everything.
Yes,
like that?
well, yes. He actually writes stories for video games for all the big video companies.
Wow.
And I knew him for a long time, and he joined us on this, and he's written the stories for us. He's also helped us with, a lot of our communication stuff. But yes, he's in France, and a couple of people are in Israel, and then the United States as well.
Wow. I mean, and nobody has to suit and tie it in an office, right?
No, not at all. It's shorts and sit in your own house, and we Skype together, and the communication is great. We get together at least once a week, and just talk about what's next on who has to do what next.
Now, because, I mean, you have special technology in here, too, that you guys have developed. The camera process, right? To read the blocks and all that kind of stuff?
Exactly. It's a patented process that reads what's on the screen, that's sitting on the screen, not the screen itself. And it won't read the screen. And that's probably the big deal, is that you can do anything on the screen and it won't distract from the processing.
So in other words, you have a reflector, and people should go to Kickstarter, or actually go to your site, stui.co, and that will lead you to the Kickstarter to see that video, how it's a reflective, it takes the camera from the iPad, but reflects it down, and so if a kid puts the block on, it's reading the block,
Exactly.
And this thing is magic, talking to you,
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, that's amazing. Well, I mean, it's just, I think, educating at any age, and particularly, between 1 to 4, the data I've seen is the most important time in a child's life. I mean, like 80-90% of all the development happens then. And if you miss that period, man, it takes forever. And that's why we're giving college professors all this money, man. It's too late. We got to give people like you this money to catch them at 1 to 4 to teach these children, because that's when it's the most important time. And so it's nice that we have all you smart people working on this and teaching these 1 to 4-year-olds or 5-year-olds or whatever, because that's the most important time, and you're not teaching them how to blow up something.
Yeah.
So nothing could be better than that. You're going to save a place in heaven, all you guys.
Thank you. But we're having a lot of fun as well.
Yeah. Oh, damn. No, it has anything that's useful should be hard. Eat your broccoli, but you're having fun.
Yeah.
Wonderful. So the way to find out about it, and really, it's nothing in price. So it's stui.co. Find out about, at least see the video. You'll see the two inventor guys. They're a delight to watch, and see this technology, how to read. Because I think when other people start seeing that technology, you see more possibilities of what can be done in our life. And you're gonna inspire other people to take this and do something even more with it, which is great.
I really hope so.
Well, thank you, David. Fun to talk with you, and everyone envies you for playing with toys your whole life.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
You bet. Take care.
Bye-bye.